So I'm back with Takoda. Takoda, I talked to you about 9 days ago. At that time, you still had your infection right on the right side of your cheek. It's like a abscess,
Yes, sir.
and it's still there.
Just a little bit.
Is it better or worse?
It's a lot better. If the pressure is relieved off of it, so that was the main problem, which was causing the pain in my jaw.
Okay. Did you go to the hospital? Or is it just kind of healing on its own?
I went to the hospital twice, and after that, I just said said to myself that I'm just gonna let it take its own course. If it heals, it heals. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
Aren't you scared of like an infection? Like it could get infected, like your abscess gets an infection and gets into your blood, and just that's not good. Thought about that?
Yeah.
When people are out here, dude, I'm telling you, man, broken legs, broken fingers, just kind of they're falling apart. They're very, very hesitant to go to the hospital, or they don't want an ambulance, they don't want a doctor, they don't want a hospital. They'll try to fix it themselves, and we all know that's just addiction. The addiction doesn't want you to get out of here, because if you go to the hospital, you're gonna be stuck. It's an inconvenience for you, especially if you're in a wheelchair. Things are more inconvenient for you. You can't just get up and leave. It's more effort for you to leave, right? So you're gonna stay here where your addiction is at. But you can't get pills at the hospital, right?
Yeah.
So how about that theory? What do you think about that?
That's more accurate
Yeah.
than any other assumption.
I've asked people like, did you go to the hospital? Yeah. Or are you gonna go to the hospital? Yeah, I'm gonna go tomorrow. I'm gonna go later today. Like, I've been told that 100 times. They're just telling me what they think I want to hear, but they're the ones losing in the end. You could lose your teeth, you could lose your jaw, you could lose your life, because infection is a serious thing. It causes sepsis, which is your bloodstream getting jacked up, and it goes to your heart and just jacks you up, man. You potentially die from that, right? But that still doesn't scare people away, man. It's still not enough for people to go to the hospital. It's kind of a trip, but that's addiction, right? What happened to the right side? What? It's like you were laying on grass. What happened?
I had a seizure.
Had a seizure?
I had a grandma seizure.
Do you get those normally, regularly, or what?
I've had them since I was born. They just didn't become more active until like later on, like around the time of my injury, which was 6 years old. That's when they started getting bad.
How often do you get them?
Every once in a while.
Once a month, once a quarter?
I would say like once or twice, maybe every month or two. Other than that, like I haven't been having them more than that.
And does something trigger it, or just randomly happens out of nowhere?
It can be triggered, but also can happen just randomly.
What's the difference between a regular seizure and a grand mal seizure? What's the difference?
Well, regular seizure, the difference between a regular seizure and a grand mal seizure is that a normal type of seizure has 50 to, if not 65%, convulsion of the muscles. Grandmas, they're full on body locked up, convulsing, eyes roll back.
Body shaking.
they can end up biting their tongue off.
Is that your buddy? Is that your friend? Checking on you or what?
Yeah.
Being nosy? Okay, so Grand Mall, it's your whole body shaking.
Yeah. Basically, it can be anywhere from like just your legs, like twitching or jerking, to like your body like twisting and like convulsing, like locking up and convulsing in different aspects of movement. Sorry, my bad.
So the seizures happen and then you fall out of your chair? And
Which
then
is dangerous for me because I can end up hitting my head on the ground.
Yeah. How long do those episodes last for you?
It can vary.
From what to what?
5-10 seconds to, if not, a minute and a half to 2 minutes.
Seems like a long time. 2 minutes on the ground just shaking. Do you foam at the mouth?
Yeah.
What do people, like your friends, when they see you going through that, what do they try to do? What can they do?
Just put me on my left side, make sure that I don't try to bite my own tongue off. But at the same time, don't try to stick your hands in my mouth.
Because you'll bite their finger off.
Because, yeah, that has actually happened before. Not necessarily me. I'm not the one that did it, but like I've heard that they did that, try to hold somebody's jaw open, or mouth open, and the dude's jaw was like clamped on his fingers and severed his fingers.
Takoda, have you talked to your family? Nobody's reached out to you? Nobody's come out here looking for you? I haven't heard from them. Again, do you remember when I first met you, I put your videos up, was it last year? And I would get contacted by somebody claiming to be your sister, somebody claiming to be your brother, and somebody claiming to be your mother. I've never met them. I don't know who they are. But you're saying you don't have siblings, right? They're all gone, basically. You don't have family. So I haven't heard from them. But you're that one dude. Some guy claiming to be your brother. He's like, I need you to call me right now. And so instead of asking me to call him, he was like demanding that I call him. Like, so I had to block him because he was being a knucklehead. So I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure what the story is with those people. You know, they could be just random people just causing grief, or you know, I don't know. I'm just going off of what you're telling me. I don't know your story other than what you tell me. So it's starting to get hot, man.
Yeah.
Another year out here in the heat.
Trying not to be out here in the heat, though.
You're friends with Angela. Angela started coming out here to the streets when she's like 21, 22. She's 50 now. Half her life, more than half her life has been out here, dude, like here. These, you know, and when she came out here, you know, at 22, 23, she didn't look the way she looks now. She wasn't talking the way she talks now. Little by little, that sun cooks you, and the substances cook your brain, right? Can you see yourself out here till you're 50 years old?
No.
What do you envision?
I don't know. I can't really say anything on that because it hasn't really happened.
Is it possible that you live every day you're just worried about today? You're worried about the next hour. What are you gonna eat? What are you gonna drink? And when are you gonna smoke? Those are probably your 3 big priorities, right? Probably smoke is number 1,
Yeah.
eat number 2, and something to drink number 3. Is that kind of your order of
Well,
priorities?
It would be the drink as number 2 and then eating as number 3.
Got it. But that's pretty accurate. Smoking is your big priority every day when you wake up, when you go to sleep.
Yeah.
Not tomorrow, not next week, not your infection, not your tooth, not the doctor, not treatment, but just that addiction, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just call it like it is, man. That's the way it is, okay? So you're not telling me anything new, or I've been doing this 4.5 years, and sometimes people fail to realize that they're only fooling themselves. Maybe it kind of helps. It kind of makes you guys feel better, But I don't know. It's always better be honest, with yourself, and just call it the way it is, right? So, Takoda, it was really nice seeing you. And when I say that, I mean I'm glad you're alive. I wish I was under better circumstances. Okay, I really do. But I understand that you have to live your life, and you're gonna get better when you decide to get better, not when I decide to get better. So I'm gonna give you a $10 gift card to a McDonald's, and please stay safe. God bless. I'll talk to you soon. Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.